Currently being stalked by a crazy and deranged homeless military vet. Tons and tons of emails. We're going to go through all of it. He's been threatening me. He's called me a bunch of racial slurs, on top of which has wished all sorts of stuff bad to me. There's all sorts of kind of threats, racial slurs, homosexual slurs, any kind of slur you could think of. I have all the emails. I've even tried ignoring this guy for a long time. I responded once, and I'll show the response, which was very mature, very nice of me. Never encouraged, never antagonized this guy, never even did anything to it. I'm gonna start this video off with the actual very first email that was sent to me. It was sent to me on July 1st. After I read this, I'm gonna have, I'm gonna have to use certain words or block stuff out because of just how graphic and nasty this person disrespectful he is with the vulgarity and stuff. However, then after I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the story of how it all started, when it started, and all that stuff, and then I'll be able to actually watch. You guys should watch the whole video for a few reasons. I'm gonna put the screenshots of the emails. I'm gonna have it blocked off where it doesn't show the guy's name and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna talk about some stuff that I know and actually how I found out about, like all sorts of stuff, and then I'm gonna probably roast the guy at the very end of the video, so definitely check it out. All right, first email I ever got. Hey, homosexual slur. It was on July 1st. Hey, loser nerd. And then he says, homosexual slur who got touched by his dad and mom. Have you ever wondered who's behind all this strife and struggle? And generally, the N-word, the stuff that you've gone through in your life, it's the Jewish people. But he's using racial slurs for that as well. They control almost all the politicians and Democrats and Republicans, no matter who you vote for. Then he starts talking about a country that I'm not going to say anything. You are the F word, mentally slow, low self-esteem, overweight, racial slur towards homosexual. I probably should not say that so much because I don't want to get flagged on YouTube for them thinking that I might be saying stuff. But I don't know what word to that I can express to you guys that he's calling me the F word towards people that. And by the way, just to let you know, I'm homeless my damn self. I'm homeless my damn self. I know that I got a couple more days in this hotel, and then it's back to me living in my car. And I have lots and lots of videos showing all this kind of stuff. And we're gonna get to the narrative of all this stuff as well. So please stick around. But basically telling me to shut the hell up. He hopes that I get nasty and freaky with a black person, but he's using the N-word, and that I do derogatory things with him. I belong in prison, and I should be hit with a booty bandit. Tell me to get a grip on life. You can't seriously look yourself in the mirror and spew that ignorant stuff that you do. You're a fake liar, phony, a coward. The N-word. Your enemies laugh at you, and then he ends it pretty nasty. I'm gonna open up the second one and read that one as well for you. Give me a second here. So that was the first one was July 1st. He sent me another email that very same day. I have a bad temper is what he starts it off with. He's referencing a video where I said I had a bad temper or something, and I'm gonna get into this. Actually, maybe we should put the phone down, and this might be a little bit longer video, but stay with me on this. It looks like what he's pissed off about is that he believes that I'm on the internet begging. Okay, I always do say, if anybody wants to show love or bless me, my Cash App is the same as my YouTube name, AlienAscend, and I'll put it in the description. I'm not on here begging at all. If I was, that still doesn't give you the right to say anything to me. If you don't like my content, then you don't have to watch it. You are free to make your own content and say all sorts of stuff to me towards me if that's what you want. How it all started was the very first day I did a live, and when I was on YouTube Live, I had all the people that rock with me, Alien Army. Those are people that are subscribed to me, that rock with me by always hitting a like button and a comment, and hitting a like button and dropping a comment. And if you don't know what to put as a comment, you put an alien emoji or alien and put a thumbs up. I do respond to 99.9% of my comments, and for people that rock with me, checking in. All right, so that's my little spew on I guess my intro. And I'm not just a YouTube channel here. I'm an actual community with the people. So I did a live, and I had a couple people saying that they wanted to reach out to me privately, and that it would be a good idea that one, that people might be able to offer me help privately and also talk to me privately if I had an email. I thought that was a wonderful idea. I went ahead and made it an email. That email is alienarmycontact@gmail.com. I must have posted a video the first time that I did that in July 1st, because this guy was the first person to email me, and he emailed me twice that day. So I'm assuming July 1st, whatever the video that I posted, and I announced the good news that people could reach out to me. I had other people reach out to me, of course, that were real cool. This has been the only hate mail that I've ever got. I understand about trolls, right? So somebody's like, this video is all about cyberstalking, because this is exactly what this individual is doing. He's military, he's crazy, and he's deranged. He's cyberstalking me because he's sending me emails that I haven't responded. I did block them. I did report them as spam, and they still go in my spam folder. And I thought I did ignore them for a very long time by not saying anything. But however, I still have to check my spam folder, and without opening stuff, I can still see, unfortunately, I can see it for the first few sentences, you know what I'm saying? I started actually opening and reading them when one of his emails said that he was a military vet. And on his emails, just to let you know, has his personal information. And inside some of those emails, there's quite a few emails that I won't open because he's got a link in there, and he's got it's showing that there's attachment pictures in there. And my first thoughts is that it could be a keylogger, or it could be a virus, or it could be a picture that he's a disgusting picture that he took of himself that I don't want to see. So any emails that actually have pictures or links in it, I'm not going to click the stuff, and I'm not going to open it, right? So then nonetheless, I guess his issues with me, which he brings up several times, is he believes I have these things called lady fingers, right? Don't know what it means, and I could care less. If that's your best insult, then you should try harder, because that shit ain't gonna bother me. But nonetheless, ignoring the person, and he started doubling up and tripling up his stuff, right? But he had his information inside his email, where he's like, look me up. He's got his name on there and stuff like that, right? And saying he was a military vet, that he's homeless too, and he's been homeless for 6 years. That sparked my curiosity. Like, if this was a hater and this was a troll who just sent me a bunch of emails, but that has no picture, that has no story, that has no merit, and this is somebody who's actually served our country, just to let you know, this guy's in his 60s, right? I'm not in my 60s, but he is. So he's over 20 years older than I am, basically, or close to that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I understand that the very first email that I wrote isn't threats. I'm going to get into that in a minute. I'm asking for you guys to rock with me on it. He says all that stuff, and it piques my interest. I want to know what his story is. So I look up a few things that are on there, and then I actually ask a friend to go ahead and take a look at it and tell me what they thought. Was this guy lying? Was this guy pretending to be somebody else? No, he's got his Facebook has his Gmail. His Facebook has his YouTube name, has his Gmail, has all this stuff. It's got pictures of his mom and posts on there often. It's got his real name. It's got his family members on there. It's got the same pictures and the same content that he's got on his YouTube channel. And this all started from YouTube. So I had I did block him on YouTube, and this is how it all started. I had got like 5 or 7 comments on 7 different videos in one day, all from the same person, and it was all negative, saying crap towards me. Right? So clearly my content's not for you. You're not my ideal viewer. So if you don't like it and you say something bad, and you do that multiple times, what am I going to do? Just sit there and let you continue doing that? No. So I blocked the person. I don't have to listen to that crap. If you don't like it, then don't watch. I don't care. So I blocked him, and then evidently this person has studied and watched all my stuff. He believes that I should be in jail. He's said that he's preying on my downfall. He thinks that I should be in jail because I got a video where I slept in an abandoned, bando is what we call them, but an abandoned building, right? And that I've talked about in the past where I was homeless and I didn't have a car to live in, that I've also slept in bandos and vacant apartments and things like that, right? Rule number 1 is, this is for entertainment purposes only, it wouldn't be burglary, or it wouldn't be anything like that. Number 2, it'd probably be trespassing if that really did happen. Number 3, there actually has to be a victim for a crime to happen. How do you know that I didn't actually have permission from the people who own those houses? How do you know it's not a fictitious story? And not to mention, I could literally go into a vacant right now and call the local cops and say, I'm spending the night here tonight, and they wouldn't do shit about it. Okay, they got bigger fish to fry. Okay, nobody's there to complain. And it's not burglary and it's not vandalism because I never destroyed anything. And this could be a fictitious story. You thinking that I should go to jail for something that can never ever be proven doesn't mean shit to me. Even if I tell you I really did do all that stuff, you could take it to the cops and they wouldn't do nothing about it because there's still no proof, there's still no victim, they have no idea where I was, and I have the plausible deniability of saying this is entertainment purposes only, and it very well could be just entertainment purposes only. What this guy is doing is the definition of cyberstalking. Sending me emails on emails on emails, doubling up and tripling up his efforts from just 1 email or 2 emails a day to 3 to 4 at all sorts of times. Like last night, for example, at I think 2:14 in the morning, I didn't see it till today because I was awake at 2:14, but at 2:14 in the morning, he sent me an email. The whole thing about this, right, is I ignored the dude, right? And by me ignoring him, he continued doing this. I'm not the only person. I do not believe that I'm the only person that this guy sends emails to and sends hateful things. This is cyberstalking. I understand that, like I just showed in the last clip, and that screenshot, that he wants to see me in jail for sleeping in bandos and vacant places, allegedly, right? However, what you're doing is across state lines. It's a federal offense. I have the proof. I know where you live. I know your name. I know your Facebook and those emails. I could very well call your local non-emergency police number and ask them for their FBI liaison. Since it's going over federal, well, it's a federal crime, and then number 2, it's over state lines, right? What do you think would happen then if I went ahead and did that? You'd go to federal prison. You'd be, in federal prison, the chicken shit piece of shit that you are. What would actually happen is you'd run your mouth to the guards, and first of all, you can't beat the feds. Everybody knows that. They have such a high success rate, and the proof is right there. Like, you'd probably openly admit it in the interview and everything else. If I did report you, and you have no idea if I really did. I'm not saying I did or I didn't. I very well could have. Maybe they didn't gather more information and stuff like that. You don't know, and I'm not going to tell you either. I'm not going to tell the audience either whether I did it or not. However, it being a federal crime like that, it wouldn't. I guess I actually know the law quite a bit. You call the local authorities, the non-emergency number. You ask for the FBI liaison. You go ahead and talk to them and schedule maybe a phone interview or an email, and then you can go ahead and send the stuff over there and actually get it, and then you'd get a you'd start the process and everything else, right? However, back to you being a chicken shit, that chicken shit stuff of you running your mouth and sending emails to people who don't respond. So I know he's watching this message, so you guys could, take, enjoy the entertainment part of this, but this message is to him. And maybe if you're going through something like this, maybe you could do the same thing. There's a reason why I don't put his photo on here. There's a reason why I don't link his stuff. One, the photos on Facebook evidently says that they would be copyrighted if I took it from Facebook and brought it in here. The emails that actually have his photos in there and stuff like that, he still has a copyright. Somebody that takes the time to still send somebody 3 emails and saying all these nasty and derogatory things. If I posted anything, and I would love to put his picture on here. I would love to alert his family and his colleagues and other veterans. Veterans don't act this way. My best friend Angel, that I've done videos and we talked about her, and she's helped me out before. And just to let you know, one of the emails he went in and said that I mooch off of her. There's a lot of things that I have done to help her out and her family out, and friends do that. Friends do because they want to do. It's not one-sided. I am a giver just as much as I am a receiver. Okay. I'm good to my friends, and my friends are good to me. However, I'm still homeless. They have their own family dynamics. My family, I'm good to them. They're good to me. They have their own family dynamics. I'm in my 40s. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, I know that I look very young. I know that I look like I'm just 21, coming out of college, and I'm looking all studded up and everything else. And we're gonna get into that in a minute. I'm gonna troll the holy hell out of this dude. I'm gonna go ahead and really touch his buttons. But I wanted this actual segment of this video to talk to some real truth. Veterans would be ashamed that you're a veteran. And I'm not a veteran, but I can say that because Angel, she was Air Force. Her husband, Navy. I'm pretty sure her husband's Navy SEAL. I always get confused. I don't know the ranks and stuff, but he was definitely Navy. They got pictures all over inside their house. But Navy, right? They're both appalled of that. Those are just two people. The person who I actually did OTR, over the road truck driving, was I know that he drove trucks for 20 years, but he was also a diesel mechanic for 20 years, and he was Air Force for over 20 years. So that's where he started his diesel mechanic stuff. Maybe he went ahead and did that, and I could talk to him. I'm really good friends with the guy. The guy's like a father to me. But nonetheless, I'm sure that all of them would agree, at least two of the people, and I know the other vets, and I know vets who actually are part of riding clubs that you have to be a vet to go ahead and be in there. They'd feel the same way. Maybe I'll ask them about that too. But nonetheless, I would love to go ahead and take that information and put it on here. However, that would get me in trouble. At that point, they could say that I'm cyberbullying. So this person is going to be anonymous. If this person ends up making a video and saying, screw Alien Army, and these are the emails, and they try to doctor up the, I've already reviewed what I've edited so far. I got the screenshots, I got the emails. I know that they're small. I would love to make it so if you email me, I can copy and paste it to you. However, if I copied and pasted it or I forwarded it to you, I don't want somebody pretending like they want to know the information, and I do that, and then they get me in trouble for those derogatory words and those threats. I don't want to get in trouble. However, this piece of shit coward, if you did go to federal prison, if I did report you, if the feds did come after you for that cyber stalking that you've done, and you running your mouth like a chicken shit piece of shit, they'd have something very special for you. It's called diesel therapy. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I don't know if the community has heard of this. Diesel therapy is literally when you're in transit the whole time. So you and your belongings are in transit, and you yourself will be on a bus for 2 or 3 days and land in a spot, a federal prison, and when you land there, you're only there for a day or two, and then they go ahead and move you to another place. So you were in a whole week, maybe 2 times out of that week, you're sleeping in a holding cell, and they're waking you up and they're loud. The rest of the time it's traveling. It's what the feds do when you really piss them off. And this chicken shit bastard who does this stuff to me, I'm sure would give them a hard time as well by running their mouth. Not to mention, if that didn't happen, what would actually happen to you if you landed in a place like that? Do you know how politics work? Would you be able to get down? No. This guy is dangerous though. Like, I'm not taking him lightly at all. He's military trained. On his Facebook, he's got a plethora of firearms. He's very well trained. Maybe this is what I actually think his motivation is. It's not that I'm on here begging, like he says, and that I have lady fingers, or he's upset that I've slept at a vacant allegedly, or I've slept in bandos allegedly. I think the real thing is I think that he is trying to entice somebody so that he can sue them. And what are you gonna get from me? I'm homeless, man. I have nothing. You know what I mean? I literally almost have nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm building my channel up very, very well, and I have some things that are planned. Nothing hurts a hater or a troll or an enemy worse than succeeding. I don't have to do anything to you, dude. I don't have to be nasty and contact your family member or contact people that you served with. I don't have to do all that kind of stuff to get in their skin. I perhaps would report you to the feds, because I don't want you doing this to anybody else. And I know for a fact that I'm not the only person that you bother. I'm sure that you bother a lot of other people, and you should stop. But I think he does this to entice somebody because he wants to throw down with pistols. Could this guy beat me in a fist fight? No, I don't believe so. But you never know, right? Could this guy beat me with a knife? Maybe, and you're 20 years older than me, man. I have enough problems as it is. Why would I want to fight somebody like this? Is what's so crazy about everything, right? This dude could have sent me 1 or 2 emails and said, I hate your face so much, Alien. I'll pay you $1,000 to hit you as hard as I can. And I'd probably take it. Without me hitting back, I'd take my glasses off, of course, take my hat off. I'd probably let you hit me for $1,000 as hard as you can in my head, If you wanted to hit me in my throat for $1,000, no, you kill me. I'm not gonna take a punch like that. I've been punched like that before, and no, you need to up that money up. You know what I mean? But he's too stupid. But he is dangerous. Thank goodness I know where he lives and I have his pictures and stuff like that, because I've told my friends, if anything should ever happen to me, this is a person of interest, right? On top of that, because I know where he stays and stuff like that, I know to stay very far away. I know to stay very far away. This chicken shit bastard would like, you can't be a sniper, because you're not gonna. I mean, you can't snipe me if you don't know where I'm at. This is what actually the motivation of me doing this video is if this ever happens to somebody, I'm going to talk about how I'm going to deal with this towards the end of the video. I'm also going to roast him with some truth. So you guys are going to see a different side of me on that. Normally I'm not going to placate and stuff like that. But I'm going to take the opportunity to for him. You wanted my attention. This is what you're going to get. The other stuff with this individual is that unfortunately, I have seen people who've taken people's lives. Right? This dude has that look. He's I'm calling him a coward and a punk and everything else, but this dude is most likely has hurt a prostitute of some sort. He's got that look of crazy. And I recognize it very well. But like I was saying, I would stay away from this guy. If I saw this guy, well, actually, that's what I was going to touch on. The unfortunate part is this: I would love to tell people where I live at and where I stay at. Like, I live in my car, but like the truck stops where there's been incidences, or I talk about incidences, and in the ghetto and in the hood, because unfortunately those are the areas around me in the Midwest where you can park your car overnight and not get in trouble, right? In the rich areas, no, you either have to pay for parking, or they'll come knock at your door. And in those events, in rich areas like that, or I guess upscale places, yeah, they can go ahead and tow you into Love's and Flying J, and even the small little trucking companies, or and unfortunately even like rest areas or whatever. Some rest areas actually have rules where like, you can't be there for a day or two or a couple days in advance, right? Nonetheless, he does block the fact that I would love to tell people that and explore, and that the state and the city and the states around me that I do frequent quite often, that I would love to show that story. Also, people that rock with me and know me, that is, I'm going to be selling my car in just a couple weeks. I'm going to be on foot until I find a different vehicle, and it could be a motorcycle, or it could be a used vehicle. That's not quite as good as mine, but at least I'll pay off what I owe on my car. And my car does have some issues, but one of the biggest issues is that the insurance, the full coverage insurance, is costing a lot. Then on top of which, I still owe money on my vehicle, about $1,400. Then on top of which is the property tax that I'd have to pay for my vehicle. Then on top of it, tags, title, registration, and getting it a safety check. And if they were to check my the safety part of it, like let's say it wasn't just emissions, I got a cracked windshield. That cracked windshield is going to cost at least $300 to replace. That's what it cost me last time I replaced it, right? So why I said all that stuff is I was going to go ahead and show people how to find bandos. I was going to show people how to find vacants. I was going to go ahead and possibly stay at some of those places, allegedly, maybe with or without permissions, right? He does slow down that kind of that kind of progress. Like, there's people on here that show special, like offenders' mugshots, and show their personal information on there, and they don't get in trouble. I don't know what the rules and the regulations are as far as the law is concerned, or on YouTube, but I know it's safer for me to not do that stuff. Like, as much as I would love to post this stuff, I can't. I can post emails though, and then take his name out, because that's not copywritten, right? That's I'm perfectly safe doing that. And I know this person. What I mean by know this person, I know his psychic, right? His psyche or whatever. If I closed my email, it would devastate him. Like, I can stop the cyberstalking right now. He gets off by sending me stuff because he is so like, his ego thinks that I'm checking everything and stuff like that. And he has the slightest idea of who I am and just how thick my skin is. He would love if I took that away, if I deleted that email, then he'd have no way to contact me. And the people that have already emailed me, I have their emails. The people that rock with me, some of them I actually have their phone numbers too, and they actually, they have ways of contacting me. I could go ahead and set something else up and talk to them, and then he'd be shit out of luck. But the problem is that with him is I think that as much as I would like to be a nice guy and say we need to get this guy help and we need this, I think he's too far gone for help. That's my God honest truth. Somebody that's in their 60s that takes their time to go ahead and still message people who don't respond. If I sent Elon Musk a comment and Elon Musk did not like it and blocked me, I wouldn't watch his content because I wouldn't want to watch somebody's content that blocked me. I blocked this guy. I wouldn't continue emailing somebody after the first or second, like maybe the second time. I wouldn't continue emailing somebody if they weren't going to respond to me. And the derogatory and the racist and the homosexual things that he said to me, the cyberstalking of all that stuff. If this guy knew where I lived, he could set up as a sniper and try to take me out, and I wouldn't put past him, with all the stuff. And we're gonna get into that, but I wanted to break this segment up. I'm going to read a few of the emails that aren't as derogatory and that are less threatening. You'll have to just take my word for what I've said about some of the threats. Maybe I'll go into more detail about them in just a minute, but I think you guys get the idea. But I'm going to read some of the stuff that he says. You're going to be walking soon. Laugh out loud. You've had 155,000 views. Hold on. 155,000 views over how long? So that's how much income? $100 a year? Good. You're lazy. Get up and get a job. Steady income, and over time pay your responsibilities and allow you to live. I've lived in a cargo trailer for over 5 years in cheap hotels. When I get tired and need a break, I've saved enough. I don't have to have an income coming in for 2 years. By the way, I believe this dude actually gets disabled benefits, which I don't think it's not like he's working to get himself better. Not to mention the videos I've actually seen, he's like loafed up in his mom's house. I'm gonna nickname this dude Krusty. And for somebody who thinks that they're doing so well and things like that, you should shower more, dude. You're absolutely disgusting looking. You are, your mom has a beautiful house from the videos I saw. Why the hell aren't you utilizing that, dude? Or are you so nasty and disgusting that even after a shower you look like you still need one? And do something with your face, would you? I don't know what I gotta hold the trolling, dude. I got some roasting for him, man. But he's been living in a cargo trailer for over 5 years. He does got a nice a nice looking truck. I think it's about a $60,000 truck. Before that, he had an actual Jeep. And then he's got a homemade type cargo trailer that's attached. It looks like it's being on a tow hitch. It doesn't look like a fifth wheel at all. That is pretty rough looking, and the stuff that he's made for a bed frame looks like it's somebody who does not know how to saw very well. But if he's happy with it, then that's great. I'm not talking crap on it. He's got a bed to sleep in. He's got a vehicle, and he lives in a vehicle. I really, if this video does well, what I should do is I got a friend that's very good at looking into stuff, and since all this information's already been landed on my lap, courtesy of him, maybe we should find out how long he was actually in the military for, what actual branch of service, what he get kicked, if he got kicked out, look up the criminal record. If he has a criminal record, I guarantee he's hurt probably kids or women. That's what I would assume. However, we could look that stuff up. Maybe we dig deeper. Maybe we actually, maybe going into for all people could know is I could live in a first party state and talking and getting interviews ahead of time. Maybe this person actually would do an interview with me. I have no problem calling him up and letting him shout and call me every single name, and I'll just bleep it out and put it on here. But maybe we should dig deeper to find out, why he stays in that place and stuff like that. Especially when his mother seems to be single and she's in a very nice looking home, as far as I could tell. And I'm not talking trash about his cargo trailer. You probably isn't a good handyman. At least you got something, dude. You know, good for you. You know, he's saying he saved enough income to not even have to do anything for 2 years. He lives below his means. Just to let you know, he does come off looking like an alcoholic and not a Pepsi addict, but what's Pepsi's competitor? You know, that sniff. I believe that he sniffs not Pepsi but the other stuff, and I believe that he's an alcoholic. And for someone who calls me fat and stuff like that, he's about as fat as I am. One of the emails he said is that he was a disabled veteran who's half my size. Well, I'm 6 foot 230, right? Are you telling me that you're 3 foot 115 pounds? If you're 3 foot 115 pounds, I ragdoll you with just one of my lady fingers. Probably this one. I don't have lady fingers, by the way. It's alien fingers. I should probably show my hands right now. I don't see what the hell you're saying, man. To me, you're stupid. My phone does turn off quite often for battery saving purposes. So give me a second here. You're ignorant and you're stupid, and you're gonna land on Skid Row. Skid Row's in California, and I'm not in California. You're sucking on your lady finger thumbs, wondering what happened. You sabotaged yourself. Nobody gives obese beggars a second look. You can go a long while without a meal. Next email. You won't ever be able to collect Social Security because you've never worked long enough to qualify for the benefits. Oh, it sounds like you're trying to give me information. in fact, those 3 to 4 emails he sends a day, like 3 of them are all nasty, disrespectful, and one is one I can actually read. I think for Social Security, I think you need to at least work 10 years in your life to get it. But however, I believe the immigrants and the migrants can get it quicker. The longest job I had consecutive was 14 years, and that wasn't much long ago. I've worked my whole life, even working DoorDash. So don't know where you get it. Don't care. I could get Social Security. It may take me a while. I do have PTSD. Not diagnosed, but I did see a therapist, and I failed on 2 of the questions. The rest of the questions I got correct. Well, not correct like I'm supposed to be answering correct, but we're just talking regular. It was a very good therapist, and things like that. But I definitely could go on Social Security. It would probably take a while. I would very much like to make a living without doing that. But if I find out that it pisses you off if I get Social Security and I live off the system, why the hell not, right? Do that to piss you off. I'm a little bitch. You're not even a bitch. You're too small for that. You're a biznatch. Little crusty biznatch. Just trying to be funny. Get off your lazy butt, dude, before it's too late. Your channel isn't motivating enough. $100 a year is chicken feed. What's really funny about that is actually I've made over $100 with YouTube. I'm transparent. I've made over $100 with YouTube. You need to at least make $100 for them to send you direct deposit you the money. I have not got that direct deposit. It actually happens next month at the very end of the month. However, people have been really nice with donations and sending me money. I've made more money off of donations than I have on YouTube. However, I would like for YouTube to, I'd like to be able to monetize and get a bigger audience and make more views and stuff like that. But I'm going to be true to myself and true to people that rock with me, because that's just how I am. Let's see here. Live in your car long enough to get it repossessed from the bank, or not paying your car insurance, registration and taxes from the cops. I look forward to seeing you lose everything because you think the street cred is so impressive. Your knowledge will not help anybody. Your best bet is to cater to the gay people that you want to dance, or have them send pictures of your feet. I hear that some fat ass people get paid online for letting people watch you eat, something along those lines. So that's what he says. This dude's pretty damn fat himself. You know what I mean? He don't have arms like me, don't have hands like me. I got these alien fingers, bro. How do I want to address this? That was another thing too. On the derogatory emails that he sends, he talks about street cred a lot. For somebody who has such a high racist thing, calling me the N-word and things like that, and the street cred, or you have a bad temper, those are some of the emails that I've covered in this video, and there's so much more. However, like I said, maybe if this video gets a lot of traction, stuff like that, maybe I'll dig into the criminal stuff and actually tell you what this guy has he or if I did do that, I would be honest and tell you if he didn't have any charges, but I suspect that he does, but those are speculations. I didn't put that much energy into knowing it. I just spent enough energy to find out, is he really a military vet? Is this dude homeless? Does he live in live in that? And he absolutely does. And I would love to prove it and show it. I guarantee you that this video would make this guy, because he does watch my videos still, underneath a non-block thing, he'd probably make a comment, and at that point he's exposing himself. I'm not pointing the fingers and saying this is the guy. If he does it himself, then that's on him. I'm not asking anybody to harass him. I'm not going to harass him. I'm not going to do anything. If anything, because I know where he lives, I'm going to stay away, because I wholeheartedly believe that this person would attempt to take my life, and is military trained probably to do so. Military trained in the aspect of, this isn't going to be a fist fight or a knife fight. This guy is going to open fire on me any chance he gets, and I'm not interested. If he did do something like that, the people that I love and the people that I care about, they know this guy's information and would seek law enforcement to get involved and get this guy in trouble. What you don't understand is that if you take my life, it probably end the pain that I'm in, and I would find peace afterwards. However, unfortunately, when something like that happens, the people on the earth that know me very well, they're the ones who will actually miss out. They're the ones who are upset. Very close with my friend Angel. I'm very close with her husband. I'm very close with their 2 daughters. I'm role models. I'm Uncle Alien to them. They have to live the rest of their life knowing that I'm not here because you wanted to do that to me. The last thing I would want to do is hurt you. And that's the God honest truth. I don't want to hurt you in that way. Or anyway, maybe just telling you the truth, maybe help some people. Maybe, this is a good content. This is my transparency of the kind of stuff that I have to deal with. Hey, you little business. Mad about my street cred? Let me tell you something. When the feds come and get you, your mom's gonna need a shoulder to cry on. I got stripes on my shoulders. She's gonna need a nice shoulder to cry on for sure. That ain't lady fingers. If you ask me what it smells like, I'd say it depends. Like I said, we play chess, not checkers. In my homelessness, as soon as you go to the feds, man, all I gotta do is just see your mom in court, talk to her, let her know I do some really good poetry, I'm a very good rapper, and I'm a very good dancer, very charismatic. It's hard to see with this camera, but I got beautiful blue eyes, half Irish, half German. Talk to her. She looks like she's like that old school lady who knows how to really massage a man's foot. And I got ugly looking feet too, man. They kind of look like dinosaur feet. I bet you could rub my feet real nice while you're locked up. On top of that, I wonder if she's a good cook, man, because I could fall in love with somebody who knows how to cook. If your mom would make me some cornbread and moon pies and like protein and that beautiful house, I could show your mom, a really good time. I could dance with her. If your mom knows how to make Kool-Aid too, ooh, throw some fruit in there, make some of that strawberry kiwi Kool-Aid and chop up some strawberries and chop up some kiwis, throw it in there. I could end my homelessness real nice. Wouldn't it bother you if you were locked up and you found out that I became good friends and romantically involved with your mom? What would you do if you found out that I actually would dress up as Booker T from WWE and WCW, 5-time champion? And I used to give it to her long style, man. I bet your mom knows about that hot tui, huh? That hot tui, mom probably invented that. let her fucking suck on something real sweet. You know what I mean? Real sweet over here. Shit, I treat your mom real good, man. Show your mom love after life. I'm dad now, okay? I'll write you those prison letters. I'll put the bare minimum on your books. Just enough for you to get some toothpaste, brush your little snaggle tooth, and some deodorant, maybe a couple top ramens and some chicharrones. You're gonna have to learn how to make a spread. First, they're gonna make you spread them in there, though. Maybe. Who knows? To tell you the truth, there's no PC in feds, man. You can't go protective custody in there. The best they could do is put you underneath diesel therapy, and your time is going to be miserable. The people that actually run in feds, the politics, the skins in the woods, because you're white, the skins in the woods are not going to want anything to do with you. At least that's what my assumption is. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I'll tell you right now, I don't think they do. You know, they're not going to rock with you. You're going to find out real quick when you're telling me that you thought it was really funny that, saying shit about my mother, saying shit about my dad, saying that I was touched and everything else. You're going to learn real quick where your prison pocket is. And the whole time, man, I'm going to be best friends with your mom, man. She's on Facebook. It's not against the rules or against the law to bump into her at your court date. It's not against the rules, not against the law for me to send her a message and charm her with some poetry. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll be like gold dust. Oh, I'll give it to your mom in all sorts of kind of freaking ways. While you're in prison, if your truck really isn't paid off, maybe your mom's money, which is now going to be my money, maybe that money will pay that truck off, and that title will go into her name, and whatever your mom has, it's going to be half mine. I'm Daddy Alien to you. I'm Daddy Alien. These little alien fingers, not much little. Not little. We're gonna get nasty with your mom. If you got a sister who's more prettier than your mom, maybe I'll holler at her. Your mom's kind of cute. Mom wouldn't mind getting nasty with her. Give your mom that good old tongue lashing that she's been wanting for such a long time. And I respect women too. It's not against your mom, not no force. Talk to her, write her poetry. Shit, I might even stand outside her window and sing to her. Shit. Got broad shoulders, man. You can see that. I'm not even trying to flex on anybody, but these shoulders could hold your mom's weight. Pick your mom up, wipe your mom's tuchus if she had an accident, kick my feet up on the couch and let your mom make me a quesadilla and watch her say, "Poor favor, quesadilla, poor favor, let's feed this alien." And this alien likes to eat, man. You don't get like this for nothing. And your mom in that video trying to pretend to be the dog's voice. I can make my own decisions. I bet your mom has a sweet nickname. Call her Sweet Arlene. Sup, Arlene? Sup, sweetness? I'm Alien. And the rumors are true. I can take you out of this galaxy.